Okay, let's get into your reading, Sagittarius. Wow, someone is lying awake at night with your name on their lips, terrified of losing someone like you before they ever found the courage to make you theirs. And very soon, the fear is going to lose, and they are going to come forward and try to lock this in for good. Someone here is very, very connected to you romantically. They feel so much towards you. They feel very drawn towards you. They care deeply about you. They really appreciate you. They really like you. They want to make you a part of their life. They want to make you a part of their story. They want to make you a part of their family. The Hierophant is very much ruled by the Taurus energy. Okay. Now this Taurus energy is very much about being locked in, right? It's a fixed sign. It's a fixed energy. It's about locking everything in. This person wants to lock things in with you. They want to commit. They want to have stability. They want to have a secure connection with you. They want to be able to really protect and preserve this connection. They want to offer you a very, very solid offer in terms of love. Okay? This is also about expressing their feelings to you, sharing how they care about you, how much they feel towards you, how much they really think about you, how much they really appreciate you. Because one thing I see here with the Three of Swords is that they've had a lot of trouble doing this in the past. They haven't necessarily been the most secure, so they may have been dealing with a lot of insecurities. But a lot of these insecurities also come from failed relationships, okay? They have taken failed relationships very, very personally in the past. It's something that has really made them feel like it's impossible or very, very hard to get over. They have felt and thought to themselves like there's no way I could get over this. There is no way I could move on from this. They feel genuinely and have felt traumatized by past relationships not working out because it has caused them so much pain that they've just never felt this level of pain and sadness and frustration to the point where they think to themselves, like, I can't believe that this has happened to me, and I can't believe that I have had to deal with this level of pain. They never thought that they could ever feel such a level of pain and such a level of sadness. They are genuinely just so overwhelmed and have been so stressed. And then we also have here as well the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is very important for so many different reasons. First and foremost, it's about them really having very strong feelings for you, which override the fear that they have. And it's also about them really professing and confessing their love towards you, which is them feeling brave enough to also be vulnerable, to share with you their insecurities and the deep, deep sadness that they have been through. Because one thing that I see, especially with the Ten of Wands, is that they have felt really, really sad and very, very down. And they've been through so many ups and downs and challenges relationship-wise. They've been consistently rejected as well. Okay. And because of this, they have at times given up hope and thought to themselves, I'm just going to be single forever. It's just easier if I am just by myself, or I just enjoy life and don't care too much about the commitment element. However, what they felt towards you is so, so different to what they felt towards anyone else, especially in recent times, that they've literally thought to themselves, you are literally commitment material. You are what I have wanted. And they just can't shake that feeling off. And yes, they go through moments of having fear, of doubting things, not being so sure. But the main thing here is that they are just wanting to do more. Let me tell you something. This person has night terrors. Okay, this person has night terrors. In time, they will literally tell you this, and you will be shocked because you'll be like, oh my God, that random tarot reader was talking about this. I'm telling you, save this video, okay? Because in the future, if you come looking for me, it might be hard to find me. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. That's a good way of keeping me in your subscription so that you can find me in the future. Because I'm telling you, this person is going to verbally express to you that they have, number one, trouble sleeping, and number two, they get terrors and bad dreams. Now, the terrors and the bad dreams, they will not express this to you straight away, okay? Because it's a lot of vulnerability. It's a lot to express to someone that you have night terrors, and eventually they will tell you this, and they will literally tell you that in the middle of the night, they wake up and they say your name, okay? They wake up in the middle of the night and they are dreaming because they've been dreaming about you and that they've been dreaming about also losing you. And basically that is something that is making them feel like they have to take action towards you before it's too late, because they could lose somebody like you, which they don't want to do. Even though, like, in reality, you know, they kind of thought to themselves, like, I'm going to be single forever and I'm not going to date and I don't want to commit. But they will literally think to themselves, I better do something, otherwise I could lose you altogether. And that's not a thought or anything that they want to do. So that's really what I am seeing. And that's the energy that I am basically picking up on. They will feel genuinely, genuinely terrible. And they will feel very, very sad that things are just not working out for them. It's more a sense, okay, of them having this fear and then their night terrors and their nightmares overriding that fear, and them realizing, oh my God, I could actually lose you if I don't do something about it. And them realizing they better do something about it, otherwise they'll lose someone that they actually had feelings for because they had fear. So that's something that I see here. Okay, this person really, really every night they have trouble sleeping, and then when they finally get to sleep, they have terrors and they have dreams, and then they think about you. They have dreams about you, and then they are just waking up in a state of like, oh my God, I could lose you, you know, so they really do feel like I better do something now or it will be never. The Two of Pentacles very much showcasing that energy, right? Now or never. Yes, I'm scared. Yes, I'm overwhelmed. Yes, I've been through lots of hardships and bad relationships and it's been awful. But what if I never took that chance, right? What if I didn't do something about it? It would be worse. And so, especially with the Two of Pentacles, there's a sense here of being balanced, especially with the Ten of Pentacles, especially with the King of Wands. There's a sense here of actually wanting to do more and wanting to be proactive and wanting to take action and wanting to genuinely progress things along. Because the Ten of Pentacles here is very much about, I found my person and I feel so connected to you. I feel so drawn to you that shouldn't it be normal that I only take that action now? Isn't it normal that I just now pursue you, take things to that next level, progress things with you? I want to be with you. I want to make things work with you. I want to move things along with you. Is it not just normal that I do that for you, towards you, and with you, without being so overwhelmed, so scared, so stressed? So that's what they're thinking now, is that I should probably do something instead of being so scared. And it's just their natural trajectory of what they want to do. Should we get a message card as well out from your person? Three of Cups is a card of wanting to make things work. Three of Cups is about harmony. Okay, a lot of people jump to conclusions these days that this is a third-party card. The Three of Cups actually indicates celebration because it's from 2 to the 3. If it comes out with certain cards, then yes, it can indicate third party. However, in this situation, okay, it indicates people being on the same page, which is you and this person, and actually wanting to make things work. Remember, cards are read in relation to energies, in relation to the question, in relation to also the other cards that come out. Okay? So that card came out by itself. So we have here a message from your person. Let's see. Okay. You are always on my mind. And what is this, right? I literally told you, okay, that this person, you are always on their mind, specifically at night. Okay, look at that. You are always on their mind, specifically at night, but also during the day as well. So that is a huge confirmation that we have. I want you to comment down below, I am always on their mind. Like this video, of course. Make sure that you are subscribed as well, especially if this resonates. Don't forget to like this reading. And I want to stay with you a little longer, okay? Because there is so much more in these cards. And I don't want you to leave without hearing all of it. Let me start, okay, with the Hierophant. Because it's such a specific card to open a love reading with, and I don't want its full meaning to pass you by. The Hierophant, okay, is not a casual card. It's not butterflies and a crush and maybe not. The Hierophant is the card of commitment, of tradition, of sacred vows, of the kind of union that gets formalized and witnessed and made real. In a love reading, the Hierophant is one of the most committed cards in the entire deck, and pairing it, okay, with the Taurus energy the reader named makes it even stronger, because Taurus is the most loyal, most stable, most locked in sign there is. Taurus doesn't do casual. Taurus doesn't do halfway. When a Taurus energy decides on something, they want it permanent, built to last, protected and preserved. So when the reader says, okay, this person wants to lock things in with you, that's not an exaggeration. That's the literal message of the card. They don't just want to date you loosely. They want to commit. They want stability. They want a solid offer in terms of love. They want to make you part of their story, part of their family, part of their future. And I want you to hold that, okay, against everything else the cards revealed about their fear, because the contrast is the whole story. Here is someone terrified of commitment, scarred by the past, who has told themselves they'll be single forever, and yet the card that came out for them is the Hierophant, commitment itself, which means whatever they feel for you is strong enough to override a lifetime of running from exactly this. And I want to sit, okay, with the Three of Swords, because it's the wound underneath all of it, and understanding it will help you understand them. The Three of Swords, okay, is a heart pierced by three blades. It's one of the most painful images in the deck, and it represents heartbreak, betrayal, the kind of wound that doesn't heal cleanly. And the reader saw it not as your heartbreak, but as theirs. The failed relationships they took so personally, the pain they genuinely believed they'd never get over. And I want you to really understand, okay, what that does to a person, because it explains everything about why they've hesitated when someone has been hurt that badly. Their nervous system learns to equate love with danger. Getting close starts to feel like walking toward the thing that once destroyed them. So they pull back. They self-protect. They tell themselves single forever is safer. And that's not okay because they don't want love. It's because they want it so much that losing it again feels unsurvivable. The walls aren't the absence of feeling. They're the evidence of how deeply this person can feel. And I want to draw out, okay, the Knight of Cups, because it's the card that tells you the walls are about to come down. The Knight of Cups, okay, is the romantic of the tarot. He rides forward holding a cup out in front of him and offering a heart extended. He is the card of the person who finally leads with their feelings, who comes towards you with an open heart and a confession. And the reader read it, okay, exactly that way. Their strong feelings overriding their fear, them becoming brave enough to profess, to confess, to be vulnerable, to actually tell you what they feel and what they've been through. And I want you to notice how significant that is for someone carrying a Three of Swords wound. The Knight of Cups is them choosing to risk the vulnerability anyway, because that's what real courage, okay, in love looks like. Not the absence of fear, but feeling the fear, carrying the old scars, and still riding forward with the cup held out, still choosing to offer their heart. And the fact that they'll do this for you specifically tells you how different you are to them. And the Ten of Wands, okay, shows you the weight they've been carrying to get here. The Ten of Wands is a figure bent under a bundle of 10 heavy staves, struggling forward under a load that's almost too much. And the reader tied it, okay, to how sad, how down, how worn out this person has been. The ups and downs, the repeated rejections, the exhaustion of trying and getting hurt until they set the whole thing down and decided it was easier to carry nothing at all, to want nothing, to expect nothing. And I want you to feel, okay, the tenderness in what happens next, because after all that weight, after deciding to give up on love entirely, you appeared, and something in them that had gone quiet woke back up. They looked at you and thought, "You're commitment material. You are what I have wanted." And they could not shake it off. And I want to talk, okay, about the night terrors, because it's the most specific, most haunting detail in this entire reading. And it deserves to be sat with. The reader was so certain, okay, this person has trouble sleeping. And when they finally do sleep, they have terrors, bad dreams, and they wake in the middle of the night saying your name, dreaming of you, dreaming specifically of losing you. And I want you to understand, okay, what that reveals, because the subconscious doesn't lie in the daylight. This person can manage their fear. They can tell themselves they don't need anyone. They can keep the walls up. They can play it cool. But at night, when the conscious mind lets go, the truth rises up. And the truth is that they are terrified of losing you. You don't have nightmares, okay, about losing someone you don't care about. You don't wake with a name on your lips unless that person has moved into the deepest part of you. These night terrors are their heart screaming what their pride won't let them say out loud. I cannot lose this one. Not this one. And that's exactly, okay, what tips them into action. The reader saw it clearly. The fear kept them frozen, but the night terrors override the fear. Because there's only one thing more frightening to them than the vulnerability of committing, and that's the nightmare of you slipping away while they hesitated. The dreams are doing what their courage couldn't do alone, pushing them to finally act. And I want to draw out, okay, the Two of Pentacles and the King of Wands together, because they show the exact moment the hesitation turns into movement. The Two of Pentacles, okay, is a figure juggling two coins, weighing, balancing, going back and forth. And the reader read it as their inner debate. Yes, I'm scared. Yes, I'm overwhelmed. Yes, the past was awful. But what if I never took the chance? What if I let fear decide and lost you because of it? That would be worse. And the King of Wands, okay, is where that debate lands. The King of Wands is the decisive one, the bold one, the one who stops weighing and finally moves. And the reader saw them stepping into that energy, wanting to be proactive, wanting to take action, wanting to progress things instead of staying stuck in the fear. And I want to sit, okay, with the 10 of Pentacles because of what it means that it showed up in a love reading like this. The 10 of Pentacles, okay, is the card of legacy, of family, of long-term security and permanence. It's a whole scene of generations together, an established home, wealth and stability built to last. And in a love reading, it's one of the most long-term, settled down, build a life together cards you can pull. And the reader gave it, okay, such a beautiful voice. I found my person. I feel so connected to you, so drawn to you. That shouldn't it be normal that I take action now? Shouldn't I pursue you? Take things to the next level. Make things work. Build something with you. And I want you to hear, okay, the shift in that. This isn't someone wondering if they like you. This is someone who has already decided you're the one and is now simply working up the courage to act like it. The 10 of Pentacles is them picturing a whole future with you in it and realizing they'd be a fool to let fear cost them that. And then, okay, the message card. The reader asked for a word straight from your person, and what came out was, "You are always on my mind." And she was almost startled by it because it confirmed everything. The night thoughts, the daytime thoughts, you constantly in their head. And I want you to really receive, okay, how tender that is. Not you cross my mind sometimes. Not I think about you now and then. Always. You are always on my mind. Waking and sleeping. Day and night. The reader even paired it with the 3 of Cups, which here isn't a third party at all, but harmony, the two of you on the same page, both wanting to make it work. And right now, okay, I want you to take a slow breath with me. Breathe in the truth that you are wanted deeply by someone who dreams of you and aches at the thought of losing you. And breathe out any doubt that you were too much or not enough. You were always their person. And I want to linger, okay, on the thing they said to themselves about you, because it's the heart of this whole reading. You are different. Because remember, okay, this is someone who had genuinely given up. Someone who told themselves over and over, I'm going to be single forever. I don't want to commit. I don't want to date. I don't want to risk it again. They had built an entire identity around not needing love because needing it had hurt too much. And then you came, okay, and every one of those declarations started to crack because what they feel for you is so different from anything they felt for anyone else, especially in recent times, that it overrode the whole story they'd been telling themselves. You are commitment material. You are what I have wanted, and they cannot shake it off. And I want you to understand, okay, how rare that is when someone who has sworn off love suddenly finds themselves wanting to commit. It's not a small thing. It's not a passing crush. It's the exception that breaks the rule they built their whole guarded life around. You didn't just catch their eye. You made someone who decided love wasn't for them reconsider everything. And that's why, okay, the fear comes in waves for them. Because wanting you this much means risking the exact pain they swore they'd never survive again. Every time they move toward you, a part of them panics. And yet they keep moving because you are worth more to them than the safety of staying closed. And I want you to hold, okay, one more thing about the timing. The reader felt strongly that this isn't far off. The night terrors, the now or never energy, the King of Wands stepping into action, all of it points to someone who is done waiting, someone approaching the edge of finally doing something about it. So I don't want you, okay, to read this as a someday. Read it as a soon. The walls are thinning, the fear is losing, and the person who dreams of you at night is getting closer every day to saying it in the daylight. And I want to pause, okay, on what it will mean when they finally tell you about the terrors, because the reader said they won't share it straight away, and that detail matters so much. Because think about it, okay, admitting to someone that you wake up in the night gasping their name, that you have nightmares of losing them, is about the most naked a guarded person can be. It hands you the exact thing they're most afraid of, their need for you. It's them saying, without saying it, you have power over me now. So when this person, okay, eventually opens up and tells you about the sleepless nights, I want you to recognize it for what it is, not just a strange fact about their sleep. It's a surrender. It's them lowering the very last wall, showing you the part of themselves they've hidden from everyone because they've decided you're safe, that you're worth being seen, that completely. And that, okay, is when you'll know this reading was real. The reader even said it. You'll be shocked. You'll think back to this exact moment and realize you were told before they ever said a word. And in that moment, I hope you'll feel not just seen by them, but held by something larger, the universe arranging for you to know the truth of their heart before they found the words for it. Because that's what this reading, okay, is really giving you, not just hope, but recognition. The ability to see the love behind the fear, the longing behind the distance, the person behind the walls clearly before they even gather the courage to show you. And let me gather it all up for you, okay? One more time. The Hierophant, their desire to commit and lock it in. The Three of Swords, the old heartbreak they carry. The Knight of Cups, their courage to finally open up. The Ten of Wands, the weight they've been under. The Two of Pentacles, their now or never turning point. The Ten of Pentacles, the future they picture with you. The King of Wands, the decisive action they're stepping into. And the Three of Cups, the two of you finding harmony with one message above all. You are always on my mind. So let me lay this all out one final time, okay? Slowly, so it settles. Someone is deeply, okay, romantically connected to you. Someone who wants to commit, to build, to make you part of their family and their future. They've been scarred, okay, by past heartbreak, so frightened of losing again that they told themselves they'd stay single forever. But you changed that. And now they lie awake, okay, you always on their mind, dreaming of you, waking with your name, terrified of letting fear cost them the one person they finally want to fight for. One message. Their walls were never about not wanting you. They were about wanting you too much to survive losing you. And if this reading resonated, comment down below. I am always on their mind, and let the universe hear you claim it. Like this reading, subscribe to Moonveil Tarot, and save this one because when they finally tell you about the sleepless nights and the dreams, you're going to want to come back and remember you were told first. I genuinely read every comment, even the ones I can't always reply to individually. Your story becomes part of the reason this reading keeps finding the next person who needs it. Wherever you're watching this from, okay, I want you to actually feel this settle in before you go. You may have wondered, okay, whether you were even on their radar, whether they felt a fraction of what you felt, whether their distance meant they just didn't care. And this reading found you, okay, to tell you that their distance was never indifference. It was fear. And underneath that fear is someone who dreams of you, who wakes reaching for you, who has quietly decided that you are the person worth breaking every wall for. So whatever comes next, okay, hold your worth. Let them come forward the way the cards say they will. Let them offer you the solid, committed, locked-in love the Hierophant promised. And know, however it unfolds, that you were never the one who wasn't wanted. You were the one they couldn't stop dreaming about. Take care of yourself, thy loves.